Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. Our spirits go in this world. No Queen Elizabeth, but your little Queen Elizabeth. I'm completely degenerate, like you ain't even need to interstate. Now physically, I will pick a bitch. Throw my dick in the highway. Honest food for thought, seasoned in a sauce, you get that on my shit saute. If we play such a record, so we sitting back the front row at the bar game. Or you let us like Tom Hanks when he played a message in the saute. Yeah, tell me where you been all day. Might take a trip at the Bay. I know we living where none of y'all living, you know I be sitting where God stay. Yeah. I ain't cool with y'all, figuring out what to do with y'all. Tell me why all of your favorite rappers ain't nothing but somebody do dog. I can feel everything that's really gone. All of you slaves on black cattle. Soon as you pull out your real shit, all you got to do is backpedal. There ain't no government on something that you did yourself because you trying to pack metal. Bitch, I made it to America, I've been here waiting for the small hat settle. I'm the topper. Walking talk, I look Wakanda forever. Ain't nobody stopping this weather. The atmosphere's got it locking together. The birdies is marking their feathers. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. Our spirit go in this world. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. Our spirit go in this world. I'm a damn dragon and I'm about to take over the man masters. Yeah, why your man slather? You get to right back into some damn gases. Why you always pocket watching in the middle of the game? Man, you always hand hacking. Get you hooked right on the slave boat. Cause you niggas know I be the bad captain. All I get is applause and hands clapping. With flowers to step on, no matter how much I may be. I still got a couple of times I can step on, no matter how foggy they be. I think they didn't go tell you how they got stepped on. Fucking around with the archangel Uriel. Baby, this is all you can bet on. Never heard nothing like that. It's that. Yeah, you gonna be paying those demons away. Gotta be doing whatever and going together like shit with your TDNA. You let the demons attack you and nobody back you and that was just 3DNA. You live like going cycles and thoughts that they wanted, so you should be staying your way. Damn. Yeah. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. Our spirit go in this world. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. Our spirit go in this world. You feel like it ain't sure you need. You already definitely shaking your hips how you move to the beat. You ain't evil, but you be the one who they gave me the food I can eat. No WNBA basketball player, but you on my team, yeah. The characteristics that made me take care of the that I keep. Not only call me girl when you on the creep, I'm hoping that you is a freak. Yeah, you're doing what God knows. Introduce myself to a new land, turn that shit into a pod show. Like that. Yeah. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. My spirit go in this world. Come here, girl. Take it all over the world. Come here, girl. My spirit go in this world.
For that. Oh, I don't get too dizzy. You know, don't put it on that. No, I said I don't get off the little horsey ride or merry-go-round. I don't put it on that. Hey, when the last time you been to a circus? Last time you rode on a merry-go-round? Native hobbyists. Oh, put it on that. But look, check this out. We're going to give everybody the real template of what to actually talk about. Because a lot of times you might get lost. Be in a position of a man. Be in a position of a woman. You ain't got no guidance. Be in a position of a man. You ain't got no direction. You end up just going to jail and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You end up being retarded. You end up not knowing what you actually supposed to be doing, how to create production and manufacturing energy. Then you ain't got to waste your time even talking about a next door neighbor. You ain't got your time to even be talking about somebody on the next block. You know how that little gang energy start to get created. You ain't even got no problem talking about somebody in the next city and state. You too busy worried about holding it down, 10 toes down the land that you goddamn producing because you got some creativity that some motherfuckers need to see. And you know how to conduct it for the woman that's around. Now, for the most part, when people don't got these energies, you get distracted in other areas. Then other things that were supposed to be important Might just be on a small percentage scale of you doing these things based upon leisure. And you know, a lot of that times that deal with sex. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not even with individuals that match your goddamn purpose and shit like that. And then for the most part, you duplicate a lot of children and shit, may not know what direction you're going in. Responsibilities, if it ain't got nothing to do with children, or a whole lot of just, you know, spiritual soul ties and things of that nature. When you trying to persevere to another area of your life, you getting chased by esoteric ghosts. And all of that adds validity too, you know what I'm saying, knowing how to maintain and mind your motherfucking business and stay 10 toes down until you correlate that shit around your own circumstance. And if you ain't raising yourself up first, then for the most part, whatever you think you're getting ready to raise yourself up in the external world is going to goddamn crash the moment your ass step in with your negative retarded ass energy. So you need to keep that in mind too. So this for the men. You know what I'm saying? Men need to put themselves in a situation where you understand what the fuck you talking about and shit other than this talking. And a lot of y'all is like bitches. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And that's one thing they want to say about the natives and stuff like that. You may run around something like that, like grandma dresses up in the atmosphere and shit like that. That nature, don't get it fucked up. You know, you dealing with warriors though. You dealing with a motherfucking warrior. You'll get punched in your nuts real quick, acting retarded. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You'll change what's in your mind real quick about who pretty or what. You know what I'm saying? You just get some goddamn pretty common sense in your motherfucking mind after a while, bitch. And then other than that, that's what you need to understand too. That's how y'all conduct y'all area, or none of y'all even know who gonna be first. You know what I'm saying? Or who gonna control this, or who gonna control what. Then you gonna let somebody more retarded than you control something. They don't even know what moderation is. And for the most part, they end up getting something that God gave you, and you gave it to them in some motherfucker way, and then you don't control nothing. You just retarded, and then you can't even say anything, and then goddamn it, you in the synthetic version of what you think correlating to land. And land ain't got nothing to do with the fruit that's colonized in the back of Walmart right now. We ain't talking about that right now. The game already sold up there. We talk about something else. You could be productive, and you could be creative, and you creating that esoteric mental fruit. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, y'all won't be all scattered and all over the place how y'all is already with y'all weak circumstances. Even when they get into the celebrities, you see that they ain't correlate themselves and substantiate themselves. They don't know how to do shit. What if we go through a society right now where you can't even utilize that flunked out ass money anymore? What the fuck you gonna do? You can't even go in your expensive backyard and be anything. You still won't be shit. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, we're talking about stuff like that. Where, you know, if everything was to all fall down, what the hell you know how to do with your wet knuckle cap and goddamn knuckles? All you celebrities got arthritis in your left knuckle cap. No, none of y'all look like it worked. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all left knuckle caps look like it worked and stuff like that. God damn it. What if your Rolls Royce ain't work right now? Can I count on you to build a kayak? Help me build a kayak and stuff like that. If it was based on our survival or whatever the case may be, can I count on you to help me build a kayak? And then, goddamn it, that's gonna help the females get around also when they start to develop new talent and creative gifts and stuff like that. Or can I? You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be sitting around crying like, well, I gotta wait till goddamn gas prices go down. I gotta wait till cars exist again. Oh, I'm saying, shut your ass. Oh, I'm saying like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you how to be a goddamn man in the goddamn backyard, bitch. You won't have to go no motherfucking where. You know what I'm saying? You bring the world to you. You know what I'm saying? That's in your mind first. And that's another thing. Y'all celebrities, you trying to jump out in the world and bring the world to y'all, and y'all don't got no world. So soon as somebody jump in it, it's retarded. You know what I'm saying? We see all y'all doing retarded shit, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many pens you got poked with yet until your goddamn taxes getting ready to be exalted. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We be waiting. We waiting because, you know, they still got VH1 and shit. They still got VH1. They still got DJ Glad, a.k.a. DJ Vlad. So they still got all those stuff and stuff like that. But goddamn it, live streams like this help you be an actual man, not what you think is a man. It's a synthetic world. And goddamn it, because you just paying bills. That's just one thing, goddamn it. But once upon a time, we had those damn Buffalo Bills and shit like that. We had them damn bison and shit. You know what I'm saying? You might cry because you can't pay the bills, and that's why you went to jail. When goddamn it, if your wet knuckleball caps was working right and shit like that, you wouldn't be able to make a way. You'll be able to make a goddamn way. But yeah, it's just getting everybody into some natural qualities of understanding how you see yourself before you start to put these characteristics around it as what a man is and what a woman is also, and things of that nature based upon how y'all be getting into y'all synthetic versions of polygamies and shit like that, and then it play out all flunkety. And then a lot of y'all is in situations where you're not even a main factor or the influence in your children's life. So stuff like this will help you understand. You don't even start something if you can't finish it. You dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. We 12 minutes in yet. We can 12 minutes in yet. But that's just for all circumstances to understand when you a man on the land and how to conduct a woman. because it ain't really the duty and obligation for a woman. Look, when a woman already came up with her own circumstance and her situation, right? That's already her diving in some masculine energy. And that's kind of like what the synthetic world and God.gov kind of have created. But for the most part, this would allow a lot of red pill individuals to start complaining about women and shit like that. And then what they start to dump on a woman as far as expectations be a whole lot of shit that a female have no choice but to jump into masculine energies in order to be even to play that part. And when a female kind of reach certain success in these parts that we not even looking at it as success, it's kind of like singular hypergamy, where a female individualize herself within, you know, whether she got a career, whether she got a college degree, or whether she making money, whether she on her own, or whether she got some mentality that's inverted where a man may not know what's going on. But when a female is in that position and then she reached those type of situations, she don't need a man in those type of energies no more. You know what I'm saying? It is going to be like, well, I did this for myself type of energy, so why would I need a other? And that's how she even start to act amongst her other female friends and relatives also, and co-workers, due to the fact of the way society is, and placing a female's direction into an area that she have to utilize more masculine energy than feminine. So when she reached these plateaus, it's not even being seen in its natural tribal state. So it's being seen from a spiritual experience as it being normal, but a spirit that's in a female body going to be utilizing these stepping stones as, well, if I had to do this, I don't need something else. And that something else could be a person, could be other females, could be men, and things of that nature. So for the most part, she don't have nothing to cling on to but spirituality within this lost world that, you know, have taken her away from the right sheltering where there was chiefs or a man that was there to correlate the land and actually give her something to do, that she ain't even got to be out here fending for herself mentally and physically without that direction. And then once she do complete that, like getting a college degree or something like that, of course you're going to be in certain areas where internally she may not know she reacting like that, but each spirit is, and she's going to be like, well, damn, if I had to do all this, why the fuck do I need another person? And then they're going to start thinking, like, start deciphering it. Well, it must be only for sex, or it must be only for this. And then they start second questioning these things. And then we get this extreme feminist energy we got right now in society. You know what I'm saying? Extreme bulldagger energy and things. So these are things that we got to correlate and start to understand. Everybody is not at a healthy starting point to know what your actual mission is, what your actual purpose is. And when your purpose gets misplaced, for the most part, you be all over the place. Pretty much like that. And okay, we're 12 minutes in, so we're about to go into the matrix and shit like that, so we can understand what's actually going on, and it adds the actual solution or because for the most part, women have replaced the jobs of men, and men have replaced the jobs of women. So you see more men being secretary and like, or having something to bitch about. You know what I'm saying? So you see men bitch about what was a lot of those things? Well, it was the DEI and all this other shit, and you know what I'm saying, shit that might not even necessarily affect anybody or be even real and things of that nature. But as a man, you know what I'm saying, this can't be a situation where you is spending more time bitching. That's more for like females and things of that nature to complain. And a lot of times if a female complaining is due to the fact of there is no male figure or no goddamn substantiated sheltering quality. So when a female feel like she have to create her own shelter energy and she reach small success of it, you know, that bragging and boasting energy comes through the filtering system of what, you know, feminism may look like or something like that. Or, you know, I got my own business energy, I'm independent, or I'm gonna flunk that ass shit, or shut up, bitch, or all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? But even all that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's where a lot of that shit comes from, but things of that nature too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go through my emails too and start to make them posts for whoever's serious, however the case may be. But as far as the live stream, right, this also will give men better things to talk about because you'll be more invested into talking about what you actually doing that look like it's attractive, that other people want to participate with, other than, you know, being in a position of a female and things of that nature, start complaining about the same things females complaining about. As a man, we only supposed to be complaining about things that we getting stopped about. We ain't supposed to be complaining about shit that really probably ain't even got nothing to do with us a lot of times. And a lot of times that's all you see online. You see homies complaining about where another homie is sticking his dick in. You see homies complaining about what other men is in charge of when it comes to some other type of shit that no one at the round table and shit. Like you'll see 10,000 videos of people complaining about gas prices. Ain't none of these men at the round table discussing gas prices though. Those don't look like those should be your distractions. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, that's just how I look at things of that nature. And then if it gets forced to you left, just shit, stop driving cars. You know what I'm saying? Until you built some goddamn kayak or something like that and things of that nature, goddamn find something else to bitch about or something like that. But you should be only bitching about your business. You know what I'm saying? Something you involved in. If you ain't involved in it, you don't need to be paying attention. You don't need to be in somebody else's mind. That's how you go to hell. Why is you even paying attention to somebody else's mind and you ain't got nothing to do with it? You know what I'm saying? That's the first class ticket to hell. And it's goddamn shit. Being lost in somebody else's mind and you ain't gonna never be able to figure out what's motivating their actions. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. That's one place you don't want to go. It's somebody else's mind. That jumps in the cosplay and all kind of shit. You'll be doomed for life. Spirit straight evaporate out this motherfucking shit. You never was yourself. But at some point, y'all need to know these is kind of the qualities and the energies y'all be in sometimes when y'all ain't got no good productivity or no direction or focus in the land. You know what I'm saying? When I say the land, right, that's just where you at, how you share your space. A lot of y'all got to be passport bros to go find the same problem you was going to find in America. You know what I'm saying? AKA a goddamn female with an attitude. It ain't going to be no different. Saying the same thing, different place. You know what I'm saying? Same attitude towards different things. You know what I'm saying? So you was eating fried rice in one area, now you eating goddamn jasmine rice in another area, or some other goddamn rice, wild rice in another area. Well, that's America. Wild rice is American. That's Native American right there, bitch. All that other shit. You might be Caribbean or West Indies, Indian, and all that shit like this, jasmine rice or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to argue like, man, I like America wild rice and shit like that, red beans and rice. You know what I'm saying? You start arguing. So same attitude. You know what I'm saying? Different circumstances, situations. Bitch, it ain't nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a man first on the goddamn soil that you on, right? And for the most part, you wouldn't even be distracted with the wrong females because if you had a purpose, it'd be females that agree with that purpose based upon having similar agreements and seeing the outcome that could be similar and help all based upon it take a village to raise children and a family. Then for the most part, that puts you in a situation of you ain't even got to worry about no cheating or anything of that nature because the purpose is more important. You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose of having a wonder eye going elsewhere where the circumstance itself makes us great? Whatever that we all doing and correlating as a tribe or a band. You see what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind too. Now, that's when it comes to being a man. It doesn't necessarily mean being successful in the synthetic world. It means just being successful as raising yourself as an adult spirit. Now, we're going to get into detail how that's done. So for the most part, being a man on the land means you can utilize the environment or create the best atmosphere, right? And when you're starting this energy, this also takes us into, the main chief, the medicine man, and the war chief, right? Now, take out how we used to do this, and let's look at it as a starting point, how you need to start stationing your family. And we ain't talking about war at this moment. We're in a new age right now, but at some point we're talking about being a man though, and the natural qualities that's necessary. Like a lot of y'all are fucked up when it comes to y'all goddamn it, even y'all goddamn health and shit like that. Like there's a lot of natural qualities that y'all have left behind that God needs to start participating with again, and let goddamn God and universe, great spirit shape your ass. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all Homer Simpsons and shit like that and things of that nature and think it's more important and shit to go ahead and talk like a bitch. I just like to talk. But whatever you talking about ain't gonna be no outcome or no goddamn solution to real results. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to health, that goes to mental health, all that goddamn shit. That you can have some goddamn charismatic gifts. You know what I'm saying? And it's about knowing the ins and the outs. The ends is about knowing the emotional state, knowing how to read the room because you internally know how to deal with that emotional intelligence for yourself. You're interacting with grandma. You know what I'm saying? You're interacting with the holy ones. You're interacting with the great spirit. So for the most part, you're paying attention and you're sensitive to the senses of the mechanisms that, the grandma energy even come from, the motherly energy even come from, and things of that nature. So you're dealing with that maternal, that nurturing energy for yourself, aka, when you're dealing with a brash or harsh or rash or irrational emotion, you know how to not let it scratch the surface to the point and start motivating you internally to do things outwardly. You know what I'm saying? That's when you become weakened. You're not even learning from grandma, and that's a place for your actual grandma to be in. That's a place for your actual mama to be in, or the actual Luna to be in, and things of that nature, right? But when you're getting raised up, these are things you know how to deal with in moderation also. These are things you know how to handle. Also, your emotional state, if you want to make it simple. But for the most part, if you entwine with the holy ones, right, then you with the right grandparents and things of that nature. Any other type of concept that leads your mental concept somewhere else, confused, you don't have common sense, and then you don't know where else to jump to but the synthetic world. You know what I'm saying? And then once you jump into the synthetic world, if that was to get snatched up under your feet, you wouldn't even know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, it's about complacing yourself into a situation where you understand where you at. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. But where you're at, you need to understand the natural qualities in the agriculture. Therefore, you'll always have a mental safe haven. And that's that energy that even when you a man, you give off grandma energy, aka any male or female that's around you, or children around you, or family or friends or relatives around you, you create more of a nurturing atmosphere. You create more of a mature, maternal, you know what I'm saying, type of atmosphere that look like other people can have a safe haven when they're within your presence in some way, shape, or form. And that's the early starting points of building trust, because trust has to be developed also and things of that nature. So when you do access a certain power like that, which we're going to get into detail, right? You know, when comes great power comes great responsibility, and you know, you will be watched, you know, by the individuals that's up under that safe haven, and always wanting that surety of feeling safe or protection from vulnerability when it comes to, you know, spiritual, sacred type of energies that we may experience that develop into the physical world, where there's a lot of intruders or a lot of other circumstances that could just invade your mind and get you lost, and then you don't know what you're doing in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And once upon a time, it was sauce on bread, and it was goddamn some other type of shit and some Kool-Aid. Especially the goddamn alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep your spirit aware, so you know what matters more before you even go jump out in the world, and you ain't even got that sufficient conduct spiritually that you could utilize in your mind and body to call yourself a quote unquote man, or to even have respectable woman around you, and to the point that you won't have to develop yourself into that red pill energy, and then you think you're doing one thing that's right, but in another instant it just really sound like you don't like woman, or you just want a goddamn robot that you can unplug anytime she get ready to voice an opinion, or you can unplug anytime she considers she got family again, or you could just unplug anytime you want to go play basketball with your boys or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I even heard a red pill person say, "Yeah, I'd rather go get an apartment with my boys." Man, oh no, you tripping now, dude. You tripping. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But you lost in synthetic. You didn't watch too many Walt Disney movies. Said something that something happened to you down the line. Something ain't right happened to you down the line, where you wasn't doing no goddamn push-ups on a damn branch of a tree, trying to compete who could do the most throughout the whole day. You know what I'm saying? You went somewhere else and probably got wet cotton ball knuckle caps or something like that, and started typing on the phones and stuff like that, and jumped into your new casket and wish your name on your tombstone. I ain't find your page yet to figure it out, but guarantee that's where it's at. Yeah, I said guarantee that's where it's at. Guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind together. But yeah, being a man on the land means who can utilize the environment or create the best atmosphere. Now, there's context into that, right? You know, that I'm not going to speak about in context and details, because that goes a lot with the practices. You know what I'm saying? And certain energies and times of the day, you know what I'm saying? Times of the month, times of the year. So it's astrology and astronomy without you having to call it astronomy and astronomy. Astrology and astronomy, right? But it's you being entwined with it. You really being connected. You know what I'm saying? So you got better timing. For an example, right? There's certain things that you do in one area that play out in another area that you don't give importance to, that train of thought and line of reasoning, that don't allow your comprehensions to be developed, to raise you up as a spirit, right? For an example, let's say you're going out learning the traction of the sun and the moon for yourself, right? And you're learning certain things that another person may not be learning. Then you jump back into this world, even a synthetic world, when you start to involve yourself with others in society, right? What you don't understand is, it's like how I break down clairvoyance to y'all. These are spiritual energy substances that you could create a totem off of, that it carries with you, and things of that nature. For an example, you learning about this reference. What seed that spring from? Timing. So when you leave from trying to observe the sun and the moon more than someone else who's lost in trying to observe their next television show and loving hip hop, right? When y'all both at work or in a synthetic world at the same time, that quality still plays out on you more than them. And y'all ain't even talking about the sun and moon. But whatever decision or how y'all going about working, you got better timing than them. And then that better timing is a quality of you playing a part. For even a manager to be able to see you got a better quality than this person. And everybody get to see something inside of the other person that they can't see in themselves. And that's one thing you will start to be aware of, how to see your own energy and what other people see. And that's when you can start working on becoming part of the holy ones, or getting messages from them, and start to, make it a better world. and things of that nature, because it's almost like driving for yourself and others within this spaceship, right? When you know another person have an unhealthy mind, but they may think it's healthy and intelligent due to the fact of trying to get their way within the synthetic world, right, in the robotic world and shit, then for the most part, a lot of times a person may think it's a good decision just by their business savvy or cutthroat energy that you may be on the opposite end of. And since you know you participating with the world, this is how you could kind of ease that down a little bit, where you kind of see what a person doing, don't shame it because you know what they only know how to think about, but also come up with a better, more objective and more expansive way of how to deal with it, even if there's stones thrown at you. And therefore, this makes the whole situation better, and you're still in a situation of being a better example than this individual, where if this person just turned into a hater, they're gonna be hating till they die. But other than that, you always want to stay in that kind of perspective, you know, and take the goddamn and that's how you walk the beauty path, also make it something more attractive, where you don't have to play the same game as another individual, knowing that what kind of world we in the first place, you know what I'm saying? So playing that kind of game, right, you kind of got to win based upon shaking your spirit with that dead snake weight of, you know, you having to interact with the means of how something is constructed in the first place, especially if it's a large percentage scale of negativity or cutthroat or getting over, right? But, you know, being wise at the goddamn serpent, but gentle as the dove. You know what I'm saying? So you can rock a little baby to sleep real slick, and show them how they gonna meet their own demise, even when they trying to put you in a position of helping them with that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, this is how you like jump out of the field of not playing someone's game, but creating it. And therefore, that's another way how you kind of do that in the backyard amongst your tribe and things. And if y'all was more in this aspect, it wouldn't even be no such things as gangs anymore. Y'all would be more situated up where y'all put more importance on. Even if y'all was a gang, y'all only be beating each other up when y'all not doing something productive. Instead of beating him up because he ain't breaking into somebody's next door neighbor house, or goddamn it, get ready to make somebody else y'all know grandmother cry or something like that. Y'all beating him up because he ain't in the studio enough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all beating him up because he don't know about carpentry. You know what I'm saying? And masonry and building shit. Y'all and stone building. Y'all beating him up because he ain't raised himself up in an environment and he's still retarded and clueless, and his idle mind only leading to being distracted. And then therefore, whatever he's getting ready to do is going to implode everything from the inside out, like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Then if too many people have to pay attention to what he's doing without disowning them and shit like that, that's another energy of the whole band is weak. The whole tribe is weak because you're letting the weak link linger amongst strong, well, convinced to be strong, or lying to yourself, and then for the most part ain't disowning the motherfucker so they could go find God first. Go find the Great Spirit first. And whatever that they got to do, whatever practice, whatever separation, whatever long walks in the woods, however the case may be, go find yourself, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Before you don't do nothing but create motherfucking problems. So for the most part, here's the thing. When we start to talk about being a man that's on the land, means who can utilize the environment or create the best atmosphere. So here's the thing. Let's say if we're talking about music, right, and you're just in your area, before you try to reach beyond the limits of the next block, reach beyond the limits of the next city, state, and things of that nature, right now in your personal area, right, do you create the best atmosphere for that? Do you create the best attraction for that? And things of that nature. And not the synthetic way. That's why I tell you before you go into all that and stuff. Now, before you do, now that's you creating an atmosphere. And now, how well are you able to utilize the environment? Can you sustain or produce something on the environment that keeps that attraction, or however the case may be? Therefore, you got the great timing, whatever that you have done, you know how to do it in moderation, how to manufacture it, other than someone who may be running reckless or careless and doing it just for the sake of being inspired, but not necessarily conducting it from the ground up or grassroots. So, and I'm just using that as an example when it comes to music, but that's supposed to go for all things of that. So even when it comes to, it might be a certain clothing. Y'all might be wanting Jordans and things of that nature all the time. How about y'all get more invested in some type of material and create your own clothing, and y'all all kind of wear the similar same thing? You know, kind of like how I created Ghost Star coats. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where that become a brand in itself, not you being in the synthetic world and you thinking that you're stressed out if you don't have a certain brand. You know what I'm saying? So all your money going towards a brand other than creating a manufacturing of a brand. And based upon you being in a synthetic world of conducting business, you may not know the natural way, the natural indigenous way of how to promote yourself without dealing with strangers. You know what I'm saying? Without dealing with strangers and dealing with other type of situations and stuff like that that kind of keep you conducted and stuff. Hold on 1 second. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So that puts you in a proper situation to know how to go about it, conduct an atmosphere, and a structure of things. But for the most part, like I said, now, and most of the time that a person, when a person is in this position, being a man on the land means who can utilize the environment or create the best atmosphere. And most of the time, that person is where the subsidiary of orders may come from when it comes to being motivated to do a task. So when it comes to being motivated to do a task, right, just get other people involved because you kind of got something going, the best, right? You kind of got something going in a way that, all right, this is manufactured. I can see what this going here. And also when it comes to hunting, that's also the esoteric version of hunting right now, because we ain't going in the backyard and going to get some damn fruit or things of that nature, but it can be used in the same energy, right? Who's the most creative? So if you coming up with an atmosphere, right, that creativity is being poured out through the atmosphere, and the environment is already going to cause attraction. That attraction is going to cause other people to come to you, and therefore that's when you start developing individuals who got the same purpose. Now, if you're just trying to be out and about in a synthetic way, right, you're going to find people who have other purposes as far as stranger energy, and what you're going to do is trying to find what works for other individuals. You're going to try to find what works for strangers. You're going to try to find what, and then for the most part, here's the thing, you're still alone. You're still in a situation where you ain't going to create no manufacturing energy or whatever the case. You ain't going to be known for whatever substantiated business. And then you might put yourself into a situation where you're only complaining that your business is not running, where now you're into business not even being in a position of no form of nepotism, not being in no position of something being handed to you, you being in a luxury or something, and you being in grassroots, and think that other people who ain't even started is automatically going to be on your side when it comes to that. So you got to figure out that also and start to realize that might be a wrong way of going about it. You know what I'm saying? So always just find your tribe first, because that's going to make it more important when it comes to the main purpose. And if everybody got that same purpose, you ain't got to worry about all the other stuff that you think you're going to need first based upon the synthetic concept of the world that you might be in. And therefore, even when it comes to like men probably bitching online and shit like that, y'all have something better to bitch about. Y'all won't be in some situation where y'all goddamn bitching about some other goddamn shit y'all ain't got nothing to do with, and shit like that. But something you could bitch about is something you got something to do with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your school, whether it's your product, or whether it's what you substantiated as some form of order to get other people an idea of how they can do better within themselves in some way, if you're going to be in the line of bitching. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too. But for the most part, like I said, most of the time the person in this position is going to be the one that create the subsidiary orders that that everything else come from. So like I said, for an example, if I'm presented as music, all right, then that's going to bring the subsidiary orders. There's going to be one person who engineered, there's going to be one person who probably put this together, there's going to be one person who put that, you see what I'm saying? And that become a general goal that everybody can get with in some way, shape, or form, and be like, okay, I see what's going on. Now, as the man, you're supposed to always be finding things the woman can do more feminine friendly, right? So that's another reason why I broke down the red pill shit and things of that nature, because we're in a situation where the men kind of automatically expect the woman to be in a situation where a lot of that masculine energy have to already be accomplished for her to even be someone he could suit, right? And you can kind of see how that play out a lot of times in today's time and things of that nature. A lot of times men be fucking for their survival, based upon homegirl having a roof over her head first, or however the case may be, right? So he don't know how to build no house, he don't know how to build no structure, or he don't know how to create no circumstance for it to be a foundation. Yet her and whatever God.gov gave her assistance on and things of that nature might be his last bent things in his mind for him to turn into a porn star, so he can have a roof over his motherfucking head and somewhere to wash his motherfucking ass shit. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, these energies itself is when the woman is left to do more masculine things, and the man is not even in a position to even correlate these things themselves, to have a woman to even pay attention to be a part of that. Then the man figure out what he need to do to kind of slide into a woman position like that, that's already, you know, subsidized in her mind, you know what I'm saying, or civilized. So it become a weird situation, you know what I'm saying, where the men forgot how to be a man and being taught by some synthetic shit, you know what I'm saying? So you got the synthetic version of what you think being a man is, but y'all struggle every day. Y'all been bitching for the past 50 years about hip-hop. Y'all been bitching for the past 100 years about being brought on boats, and 230, 300 years about that, and then, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all was bitching to people like me, you know what I'm saying? Native Americans and shit in the 1600s and shit like that. Like, man, what the fuck is this? And having to learn who was talking a different language and shit. So there's a whole long line of bitching going on and shit like that for all ethnicities, even us. You know what I'm saying? You hear Native Americans bitching about our land all day. But at the same time, you could spend more time being more back pockety energy and stuff like that. So whenever the world take a shift, right, that's what's creating more order around. So when it comes to even the woman and stuff like that, you got placed in that situation somehow due to the fact of being separated with. You supposed to be in a situation of creating something for the woman. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't create something for the woman, you know what I'm saying, she end up having an idle mind and doing a lot of things that the men do anyway, in a way that we're not looking at it, because there's a large percentage scale of society at the moment. And whoever brought the feminist, I think it was a liberal white woman who brought the liberalism and stuff like that. But at the same time, pardon me, those energies don't allow y'all to have no direction except towards something else. So a lot of y'all forget how to knit. A lot of y'all forget how to plant. A lot of y'all forget how to, goddamn it, do things in moderation, harvest, and have a particular type of system that leads to everybody being able to be fed, or everybody had a portion. So like I said, so now as a man, you're supposed to be always finding things the woman can do, or the woman can do more feminine, or more feminine friendly, right? So a lot of y'all be wanting females to do a lot of masculine shit, and then when she find a situation that seem more feminine and stuff, then y'all start complaining. For an example, you can even see it when it comes to celebrities and things of that nature, right? What's her homegirl name? Reese Angel, or Angel Reese, or something like that. And for the most part, right, you can see that in one instance she could play basketball real good and shit like that, but she probably getting a lot of money from the clothes and shit like that everybody be complaining about, like Charleston White and shit. And so for the most part, the little risky way she be dressing and shit, that already let you know it's more feminine than her being on a basketball court. So of course she gonna start investing into that. But the way the world is, you know what I'm saying, it might make her feel guilty about it a little bit, so she want to go ahead and still be use her masculine goddamn chin a little bit, her long ass feet, and to go ahead and play basketball a little bit and shit like that. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna have to get to that though. You know what I'm saying, modeling can only go so far. You know what I'm saying, it comes to WNBA players and shit like that. Everybody see those long ass Daffy Duck beak feet. You know what I'm saying, somewhere, or some damn Queen Elizabeth stilettos on and shit like that. That shit ain't Native American. That ain't Native. You know what I'm saying, nobody was wearing no damn stilettos and heels and shit over here when we was conducting the land and shit. No, I saw all them goddamn, what y'all think, your princess or something like that. Not no long ass feet. I think she wear like size 17 or some goddamn shit. I was like, oh, well, you better sit your ass down for them no Reeboks. I said, put them Nikes on. I said, oh, man, I'm gonna put on that. Everybody can't do everything and shit. Everybody can't do everything. Like, everybody can direct their talent where it need to be at and shit. Oh, I'm saying, oh, you gotta think about it and shit. Oh, so goddamn Bigfoot swamp thing walking through the woods, size goddamn 18 and a half feet and shit like that. I'm trying to say, oh, I'm saying, I'm sure it's a waist up, booty and up. I'm saying kneecaps and up. I'm saying shin ankles and up and shit like that. About it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I've almost thought I could go jump on her damn feet and go to the kayak and shit and go from Ohio all the way down to the Mississippi River and shit. I thought at one point, oh, other than that. Other than that. Yeah, like I said. But just that quality right there, you know, the female slide in real quick when it comes into a much more easier or simpler way of doing something that match more of the feminine energies. Now, it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. When we try to escape something and come up with something in our own mind, we always gonna fail, because people are gonna be always trying to find their natural states, both genders, in the midst of where we're all agreeing with terms and conditions of what we're considering to be normal or the social norms. Right? And this what creates ratchetness, or this what creates, because anytime something is at a deterioration point, chaos be portrayed. But since we don't know that's what chaos is, a lot of times it be order in areas where it's a time for the shift of the chaos. And then when we got control order, control chaos, and if that's in the hands of retarded people, of course it's gonna be self-serving. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with humanity, everybody waking up their mind and everybody becoming holy children and shit. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. But at the same time, but these are things that we need to start considering when it comes to chaos. Is just when something reaching a deterioration point in everybody's individual life, and we can kind of extend that to a holy, you know what I'm saying? Because it will be no such thing as us seeing the Yahweh, aka spring, summer, fall, winter. But at the same time, there's a such thing as order things. So you can kind of look at it like that. The beginning of a season is order, It's constructing the life, and that's the birth. The life of it will be the fixated portions. You know what I'm saying? The middle 30 days before the 90 days is over. So the first 30 days will be the building, the order. The second 30-day spectrum will be the God damn it, just the life of it after the birth, and then the death, aka the deterioration, aka the chaos is getting ready to change, right? So that's the only actual great spirit order. Any other order is synthetic, but at some point, right, when we play that out in our actual life, we actually do the actual mechanism of it. So we actually become real actual people. We don't get distressed and lost into some synthetic version that we're competing and you know, trying to get this type of false synthetic praise from somebody that you're supposed to love, or somebody that you're supposed to be in a communal with in some way, shape, or form, you know. And then one person get one idea and another person get another idea, and there ain't gonna be no one kayak being built. So when it comes to two, like I said, a man, if you is gonna bitch, is bitch when you're getting stopped from doing something, because whatever that you're doing creates subsidiaries that falls in the hands of the gatherers, which is the female. So you're going to hunt creative ideas. You're going to hunt. I want to create this coding line, aka she's going to be the gatherer, aka in today's time, if you want to jump in the synthetic world, she'll be the model or something like that for the clothing line, or she'll be the one who gather models or gather people or things of that nature. So it'll be that type of energy. Because, you know, a female can gather more individuals together than a man, but a man could gather other men together if there's a singular purpose and things of that nature. And when you get scattered from having a singular purpose, all y'all have an individual purpose and think that you're getting your toes stepped on. So none of y'all are really being real men. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got false synthetic egos where it's built off of validation, which you was validated on or invalidated on. And all that was based off synthetic worlds and shit like that. You know, you wasn't validated to be the quarterback. You was validated to be the wide receiver. And this person was validated to be the quarterback. So now y'all want to compete, you know, whoever invalidated, who ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's weird shit, but the whole thing is synthetic. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like y'all built the football stadium and shit. And it was a natural quality that y'all put together and shit like that. And then it just became some world-renowned thing that everybody started doing because of what you was doing in y'all little goddamn backyard or something like that. Now all y'all get to eat off of now, you and the CHIEFTESS and everybody that was participating with that little system. So for the most part, a man is supposed to be always finding things the woman can do more feminine friendly. For example, if I'm going to get all the goddamn fruit off the trees, the woman automatically takes the job of cleaning it and putting it in some proportions and in charge of how it's conducted and illustrated. You see what I'm saying? So when a man ain't in no position like that and they're in the synthetic concept of this, the fruit get replaced with money. So the whole energy behind it change, yet you're still doing the same thing from an equilibrium perspective. So this don't leads it into healthy organ expansion. It leads into unhealthy organ implosion, discrepancies, aka you want all my fruit, but now is you want all my money. And then the backing behind that is now different also based upon what you have to go through to obtain money. So this is what's creating unhealthy relationships also. You know what I'm saying? So you got to peep game when it comes to the world you in and having a healthy mind first before you even start participating with these things. Therefore, if it was to all fall down and you was actually with a female or a tribe already and things of that nature, a female and a tribe, these wouldn't be things that hurt y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know the same way y'all got built yourselves up. Whatever was torn down, you could build yourself up like that again. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Now, one of y'all, and this is one of y'all kinship problems, is y'all do everything for the synthetic world where you can't create legacy. Others that you're saying, like others other than doing it for a product or productivity y'all came up with off the land, off pure creativity. See what I'm saying? This is why you don't see no new record labels or anything of that nature, because everybody trying to get signed. This is why you don't see no new manufacturing companies, because everybody trying to be a part of one. This is why you don't see no new anything of that nature, because everything is in some type of retarded situation where there's no expansion, and things that's already being conducted doesn't have a great foundation behind it to keep people motivated to keep participating and things of that nature. And these are the things that I think men need to be complaining about, because I think men should be complaining about not being allowed to be a man. That's what's going on at the moment. I'm saying in society, men are not allowed to be men. You know what I'm saying? So even if there was to be a war or something fought, nobody men. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is bitches in some way, shape, or form, or some type of new form of secretary. And we got enough women to be secretaries and stuff like that. Like, I don't got time to be making no pretty websites and things of that nature. And a woman don't got time to be trying to get lit and make some boost. That's how you know that it needs to be a blending of the energy. But you got men trying to create beautiful websites and things of that nature, and then you got women trying to be extreme feminists and stuff like that, and then that's where you get red pill. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get this, that. So you got them, you see red pills, they be on all kind of apps, all kind of different things of that nature, trying to make something look a certain way, quote unquote, the synthetic version of beauty, right? But it's that concept of bitch suck my dick because I got rims. Bitch suck my dick because I got money. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Nigeria. It's like that type of energy. It ain't the real synthetic energy where, goddamn it, if you ain't had that damn blazer or some shit like that, what do you got to be a part of? You know what I'm saying? To even attract women. So you got to keep that in mind too. And people ain't placing themselves in that kind of situation, so they just be all over the place. And then when you can't get your 1-2 the way that's already comfortable, that you agree to the terms and conditions, that you don't allow yourself to be a man in some way, then for the most part, this when y'all just turn into woman, and then y'all really feminist. It ain't really red pill, it's really feminist. You know what I'm saying? It's a feminist tactic. It's like a feminist reverse psychology and shit. So if I could think like a woman, I could figure out all the wrong things with a woman. The only thing you're gonna start complaining about is woman shit. Where what you want to do your nails? What you want a BBL or something like that? You know what I'm saying? You gotta start questioning what you want these things. So like, why would that even be something you complaining about to a woman? What else she gonna spend her money on? Now I'm not saying she should spend her money on BBLs and all this shit, because if we was really tribal shit, it'd be all towards our overall goal in the first place. But I'm just saying for the world y'all in some way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be start complaining about certain shit that really a man ain't got no business complaining about. You know what I'm saying? That means you having too much conversations with females that ain't got nothing to do with what conversations you supposed to be having. You know what I'm saying? If you complaining about a female doing her nails, you supposed to be in a situation where like, okay, well, I could go create a nail business that she could run. You know what I'm saying? That makes us both money. Both more money and some shit like that. And I could go ahead and continue to do what the hell I was doing, and I ain't got to complain about her and taking all my money for goddamn nails all the time and shit like that. Boom, there you go. So you didn't put her in a position she can pay for her own nails. That's cold. You know what I'm saying? Cold. And everybody paying her the dude to get their nails done, and you getting money off that too, off of what you already doing as a man and shit like that. So for the most part, that's how y'all supposed to be in. You ain't supposed to be online 20,000 years of life complaining about that's a woman problem. That's stupid. Yeah, so you're online complaining her getting her nails done is the woman's problem, when you were supposed to be in the situation of making that benefit both of y'all. What the hell else you gonna do? She ain't about to fix no cars with you. She ain't gonna build no kayak with me. Damn sure I ain't about to have her out there with me building no damn kayak, bitch, and hunting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all done lost y'all hunting warrior men mind itself. And then what y'all thought is a man, it sound good, but y'all a bunch of Homer Simpsons and shit like that. So it sound good, but it ain't necessarily how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're supposed to let God shape you first, and let God give you the idea how to go about it. A lot of times it don't even lead to even things like money, but it'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, shit, God will be like, shit, create a goddamn exercise thing in your backyard. Shit, because everybody gonna try to be shaped up like you and shit. And there you go. If you want to join the Washy Who world again. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really no way around it. It really ain't no way around it for real. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape it. It ain't no way around it. You can't shape it for it. Y'all lost being men. You know what I'm saying? So y'all forgot nature. Y'all don't even like nature. Y'all start hating on astrology because of the word astrology. Y'all start hating on certain things of that nature. But the stuff y'all lost in, it ain't really the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really the right thing. Like, what's the point of being goddamn rich as shit? I'm sick as hell. Why you gonna be rich and be sick? It ain't cool. You just all your money, instead of you being like a drill rapper and shit, all your money going towards health insurance and shit like that. Hospital updates. You know what I'm saying? That's also still money going somewhere. It don't matter what you a veterinarian, a veteran, or whatever the case may be, and shit like that. All your money gonna still go somewhere, retarded land and stuff like that. You live for 100,000, 16 million years and shit like that. You let God shape you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't always got to be in the same form. You don't die in this body. You die with the same body and shit like that. Real shit. You just disappear somewhere and die with the same body and shit. But yeah, that's one of y'all kinship problems. is y'all do things too much for the synthetic world where you can't create legacy for yourself or others. And when it comes into creating a product or productivity that y'all could come up with on your own, and it'd be known for what you got established, and people have to run through that and things of that nature, as far as whatever that it is. Or you're just gonna be doing a goddamn spinning wheel on a cardboard box forever. Forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the game should be told, not sold, but somewhere down the line that got remixed, converted. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like the game should be sold. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who telling it right now, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing from no Grandmaster Flash. I don't hear nothing from no Buster Rhymes. I hear nothing from y'all goddamn Jimmy. I'm your African. I think Jim, get back on the boat. Sarah, shit, you trying to back on the boat. Woo-ha, woo, got you all the check. No, all I seen you on was wearing Nike shoes all day. You ain't got a shoe yet. Shut up. Shut up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Wear your shoe, bitch. I can claim everything I got on right now, bitch. All the way from the spike, you know what I'm saying? The apron gown, bitch. From the spike, bitch. From the big Jordan boot. I didn't go too far. I'm saying they still was making it like Native American. I'm saying I claim everything I got on, bitch. No, I say you can't claim none of that style. You can't claim that as a culture. Y'all can't claim that. Y'all saying Run DMC can't claim the bucket hat for a culture. They can't claim the big rope chain around your neck. You can't claim that. 3 stripes on the side of your Adidas shoe. You can't claim that. No, you can't claim that. Shell toe. It was a shell toe. You can't claim that. Y'all can't claim that. Y'all don't put on that. You got. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been somewhere substantiating shit. Run DMC should have been the new hip hop name. So you could get signed to Run DMC thing, or you could get signed to hip hop, and it would have been a clear distinction. So you can't be listening to no Public Enemy or nothing like that. He can't claim that clock that was around his neck. None of that. You know what I'm saying? He can't claim none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of them bow ties, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So goddamn it, y'all got lost in the sauce and still doing cartwheel on a box, and you just wrote "It's my culture" on it. You wrote you thought and wrote on it. That's as far as it went. No ownership, no money coming back from that. None of that. You just wrote on it. This my culture. We can't find it though. We can't find it. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. We try to find it and things of that nature. So y'all got to keep that in mind. It's just a blending of everybody else's culture that somebody get paid off of and use a puppet on the boat. So we didn't want to hear what Fat Joe saying. We don't want to hear what nobody who said they created nothing. That's the wrong thing to say right now. I wouldn't even want to be on the line of fire of that. I'd be like, I ain't creating nothing. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I participate. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'll be trying to find some little trinkets that people ain't know about that got something to do with it to try to stake claim, to slide it out of there. You know what I'm saying? Slide it out of that conversation. Something I can have my face around it. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'll be more invested into that and start going to war. 1,000 tracks a day. Like just going to war. And everybody like, yeah, y'all remember I did this. Nobody else did this. You was trash at this time. Like separating myself, but still like using it to be like I did this. No, I said I'd be more an intelligent way of doing it. These cats ain't dropping no records, nothing. I said these cats is up here bitching. Like that's another thing. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody that's up here bitching. Y'all ain't even getting up and being like, well, fuck it. This the new hip hop, and it's ran through my manufacturing company, and it's real easy. A rapper could drop 12,000 right now and create a world star hip hop. The end. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z could have been did that. And then whoever can make themselves lit the best or the fastest or something like that, get a record deal. Boom, that'd be some online Rockefeller Records in every 50 state, like McDonald's and Burger King. They're new age. We got online right now. It ain't no excuses. Nobody want to hear no excuses from y'all cats, man. For real. Like, y'all cats go sit out somewhere. Nobody want to hear no excuses from y'all cats, man. Real shit, y'all crying about y'all records ain't selling. Don't y'all know if y'all would have took a couple of y'all punk ass checks y'all done got on tour and created like some version of World Star Hip Hop? You know how many people? You know you could tell people like you could have just did some type of some what they call that sweepstake type of thing to get people invested into doing something that automatically we have to like buy your album to like get involved with it, whatever ticket we get to get or something. Like y'all say like something simple that you could have been start selling records. All rappers would have started copying too. Like they would, I think I need to get a website now. Start selling my records. Y'all said straight to consumer. Y'all said everybody about to steal my idea. Sarah Shell, it's always the native got to spark some new shit. Got to motivate everybody else and create Seminole type shit and things like that. It's always the native got to do something first. I said, but goddamn it, I watch all the rappers all year. That sounds like a good idea. I'm saying. There's about to be a rapper tomorrow, party today. Oh yeah, guess who own World Star Hip Hop, y'all? Oh, they're a foreigner. We from America. We rap here. We had the contract first. So we watch. Y'all niggas say y'all niggas say shit. Niggas say shit. You goddamn fourth generation niggas say shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch it who. But yeah, but y'all could have been did that long time ago. Long time ago. I said to been the Soldier Boy of that new little trend and shit like that. Oh yeah, create that little shit like that. Straight to consumer, this, that, and third, and everybody can be involved because they know I'm watching them and shit. All my fans gonna try their hardest to get me to leave a comment on that shit. Man, you get a whole new fan base created, music industry circumstance stuff. I want my money if I see it too. Y'all Sarah Show, I want my money if I see it. Brother Carter man, bucket hat man, don't leave me out on that one. Don't leave me out on that one. Don't leave me out on that one. I promise, I'm not trying to buy Ohio. I'm not trying to buy Ohio back. I said it's got just don't leave me out on that one. Don't leave me out on that one. I'm saying, but real shit, y'all rappers is uncreative. And y'all money just gonna end up going to a lawyer eventually. That's it. A goddamn lawyer eventually, and you get retarded and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then that World Star Hip Hop page, they have all kind of videos uploaded on there from people trying to get lit on YouTube and shit like that. They get circle up there. All other rappers start looking at that like, I saw this rapper like, this look like he's selling records a little bit, or she's selling a little bit of records. Let's start thinking about shit. I'll create a sweepstakes on my stuff. No, I say, Travis Scott start thinking, little items could be on a website like that. I say, start thinking real good. So cats start thinking real good and shit. All I'm saying and shit like that. There's about 1,000 different World Star Hip Hops and shit. But other than that, everybody just upload videos on YouTube and put them on there and shit. But that's the little like world we going through and shit like that. People gotta be a little bit more creative and shit like that with your shit, or you ain't doing shit with your shit. And you got goddamn it put in a position. Some people ain't never get to reach their goddamn it peak if they try to join God.gov. So they just leave it in the streets, or however the case may be, and just don't participate with that shit. Y'all actually was in a position that y'all got the a break or something like that. You caught a break. You know what I'm saying? Like you finally got your break or something like that. Like y'all ain't do shit with it though. Know what I'm saying? So now y'all complaining and blaming us that y'all records ain't selling. Y'all blaming us that y'all movies ain't selling and shit like that. I see all these punk ass Will Smith AI looking videos he be putting up and shit like that trying to write on trash. Know what I'm saying? Put that shit down. Now you make me believe you had a writer. Know what I'm saying? You made me believe you had a writer. What was Dougie Fresh? Somebody was writing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hear no Will Smith trying to rap either in this motherfucking shit. Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Shut your ass up and get your ass back in the I Robot movie part 2. Get your ass back in the Independence movie or some shit like that, and then try to remix our mind who we should vote for or something like that. That way. Not you getting on IG and somehow I'll never type in your name, but you popped up trying to rap. No, I'm saying I don't know where that's coming from and shit. You need to look after your kids. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I seen homeboy, big old household, old goddamn Addams Family household on his head. Something ain't right there. I'm saying. I understand the symbolism. This the household. I get it. I see the Kanye mask. Got goddamn Yahweh on there. I get it. But at the same time, you get mentally retarded and stuff like that. You got to put this peep game. You know what I'm saying? The big whole household on your head and shit like that. That was a goddamn Addams Family household. Damn nigga household. I said it ain't too many doors that's goddamn it, people don't even go in. That's like one of them households everybody stay in one area and shit like that. Every room ain't useful. You so there's the damn nigga Addams Family black house and shit like that on top of damn goddamn it who I just all seen her boyfriend's head. I'm saying real shit. I'll say Whittam Smith, or whatever his name is and shit. Jaden Smith. Jade off Mortal Kombat Smith. Other than that. So So that lets you know, goddamn it, ain't too many doorways in his head, in his goddamn head. Oh shit! I'm almost trying. Grandma, please don't. Damn, Grandma, try to stop. Try to stop, Grandma. Leave me alone, Grandma. God damn, Grandma, you know. But yeah, there ain't too many goddamn doorways open in his goddamn head. That's pretty much all that means. Goddamn, he got head. That's it. So once you know, those type of households, you know, everybody stay in one area to themselves and stuff like that. So you can pretty much, that's what's going on in James Smith head. There's one area, that's it. Probably the living room, the kitchen. That's it. Yeah, all the other rooms barely go in it, barely dirty drawers all over the place. I'm saying really pretty much going on in his goddamn head. That's it. It's vacant. Everything vacant. This is vacant head. Retard. And don't go no further than that. And if you try to peek in one of the windows and shit like that, hopefully you'll see August Alsina hiding in there. Hiding James Smith mind. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all stay spiritually protected. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You know, listen to the mind of an intense boo. I'm the Royal Artesian Uriel, and I'm here to care. I gotta do these and motherfucking responsibilities. I'm as soon as that company. So as soon as I'm about to go through the emails and things of that nature, put that up on the post, and then come back live a little bit later and shit like that. Do some goddamn spirituality and astrologies and all the goddamn shit in order for that.